Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. So am I. Today we are about to discuss something very natural and pure as drop of rain, Gold Malay Kratom, and how it's becoming the talk of the town. In a world that never slows down, finding balance matters more than ever. And that's where Gold Malay Kratom comes into the conversation. Derived from the rich landscapes of Southeast Asia, Gold Malay Kratom has a story rooted in tradition, consistency, and everyday use. Not everything needs to be complicated. Sometimes simplicity and consistency are what people look for, and Gold Malay Kratom reflects exactly that. As more people explore plant-based options, Gold Malay Kratom continues to gain attention for its balanced profile and everyday usability. For some people, there comes a point where things feel a little too heavy, and yet something as simple as a new routine can quietly bring a sense of hope back into their day. Sometimes it's not about dramatic change, it's about small, consistent shifts, the kind that slowly help people reconnect with a sense of balance they thought was gone. There are moments when people feel like they've lost their rhythm, and then, over time, they begin to rediscover it again, one step at a time. For many, the journey isn't about perfection. It's about feeling in control again, even in the smallest ways, and building forward from there. And sometimes all it takes is something steady and reliable to remind people that starting again is always possible. Some moments don't show on the surface, but they're felt quietly, in between responsibilities, where even a small sense of steadiness can make a difference in how the day continues. It's not always about stopping. Sometimes it's about finding a rhythm that allows you to keep going with a little more clarity and control. In the quiet moments, when everything slows down for a second, that's where people begin to reconnect with a sense of balance they've been missing. Even the most composed routines have moments of pause, and sometimes those pauses are where a new sense of direction begins. Let's continue with symbolism. Starting the day isn't always easy, but when there's something steady to rely on, it can slowly bring back a sense of readiness. Sometimes, beginning is the hardest part, but once that first step is taken, the rest can follow in a more natural way. It's okay to slow down, to find your pace again, because consistency is built one moment at a time. For many, it's not about rushing forward. It's about moving at a pace that feels right and finding comfort in that balance. In the middle of everything, there are moments where we pause, and those moments often help us regain a sense of direction. Sometimes it's not about changing everything. It's about reconnecting with yourself and moving forward with quiet confidence. Long days don't always look exhausting, but over time, they begin to feel heavier, especially when the mind never truly pauses. In the middle of conversations, there are moments where people drift inward, trying to find clarity within the noise around them. Sometimes it's not the work itself, but the weight of everything together that makes even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Even the most routine moments can carry a quiet weight that only becomes visible when everything slows down for a second. And sometimes even in moments meant for rest, the mind continues moving, searching for a sense of calm that feels just out of reach. For many, the journey doesn't start with answers. It starts with looking for something consistent, something that fits quietly into daily life, without changing everything at once. When people begin exploring new routines, what they often look for is reliability, a sense that what they're choosing is handled with care from the very beginning. And that's where the focus shifts away from quick results toward understanding the source and how something is actually prepared. Because in the end, it's not just about what something is. It's about how it's grown, how it's handled, and how it reaches you. And for those exploring Gold Malay Kratom, the story begins long before the final form, in places where process, selection, and care define what it eventually becomes.
Every journey begins at the source, in environments where conditions are carefully observed, and every element plays a role in what comes next. Selection isn't random. It's guided by timing, maturity, and consistency, ensuring only the right elements move forward. Before anything continues, everything is carefully cleaned, removing what doesn't belong and preserving what does. Drying begins the transformation where fresh leaves gradually release moisture and the first subtle changes start to take shape. This stage defines the character, where time, temperature, and control allow the material to develop its distinct identity.
By this point, the structure is stabilized, creating consistent base, ready for refinement.
Precision processing begins as material is refined into a controlled form while maintaining its natural profile. Uniformity is achieved through layered filtration systems, ensuring consistency in every batch.
Consistency is not assumed, it is verified through careful observation at every stage.
Structured testing ensures that each stage aligns with defined quality parameters before moving forward. Before final processing, material is stabilized, maintaining uniformity at scale. Precision systems handle volume while maintaining structure and consistency throughout without compromising accuracy. From refined material to final form, each step is controlled with accuracy. Presentation reflects process where consistency extends beyond the product itself into every detail you see. And from here, it moves beyond the process, carrying forward everything that shaped it, ready to become part of lives across the world.
And when everything comes together, from source to process to final form, what remains is something consistent, ready to be part of everyday routines. It's not just about what you choose, it's about how it's made. And with Gold Malay Kratom, that process speaks for itself. For many, it's not about changing everything, it's about finding something steady. And Gold Malay Kratom fits naturally into that rhythm. And sometimes, understanding the process is where the real difference begins, especially with Gold Malay Kratom. In the end, consistency, process, and attention to detail are what truly define the outcome long before it ever reaches you. And that's where Gold Malay Kratom stands. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time with another Nature Pure Kratom video. Till then, take care of yourself.